Security or arena staff member. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. Teams are evaluating Clark's statistics and reviewing performances in more detail, I think, than ever before.
I agree with you. I mean, the complexity of the reports is much more in depth than it ever has been, and with that comes an increased level of scrutiny and expectations.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. The Cobra out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. The free throw off from Vanderbilt. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Here's Houston after the Sixers pick up 2. Doncic finds Reeves. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Lets it fly, and the jumper is good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside Butler. Pass to Jones. Now here's Embiid. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier. Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Vanderbilt the pass to Houston. To the middle. Shoots the 3. Vanderbilt's shot is good. Vanderbilt's got 5 points so far.
Boy, still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
Outside, Jones. To the wing on the left. Embiid wide open. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. 5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Embiid with a screen on Doncic. A floater. Butler, no good. Los Angeles leading by 5. Doncic finds Reeves. Back to Doncic. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. A moment now to check out some numbers for Joel Embiid.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Embiid inside, covered by Houston. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Houston. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He added 29 points, and his passing was incredible with all of those assists. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Now, here's Butler after the miss from Houston. Right wing. Here's McCain. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Reeves. Over in the corner, Doncic. Now, Vanderbilt. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Here's James. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. LeBron's got his second bucket.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And you guys know JoJo loves busting out these dunks. What an athlete.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Doncic. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now the 76ers on the break. The kick outside to Butler. Here's McCain.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Substitution on the court.
You got this, MP.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. 11 feet away. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hey, if you don't box out Drummond, this happens. He's an exceptional offensive rebounder who can hurt you big time with the putbacks.
Abusele out there with Oubre. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Houston. 4 on the shot clock. Here's LeBron. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Sixers ball.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the paint, here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Another day, another chance at the rim for Drummond. This is where he likes to do his best eating.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Doncic. Down low. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Drummond. Doncic against Simmons. And here is Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Here's Grimes. No scoring in this one. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shoots from the line. That's good on the jump shot. And the Lakers lead by 2.
I think it's the in-between game, along with his savvy and ball handling, that separates Luka as a world-class scorer.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Houston, defended by Drummond. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Drummond, a screen. Oubre finds Drummond. Back to Oubre. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And James throws it down hard.
You know, once he was in the air, he was staying in the air. Incredible move that time.
The 76ers trail by 4. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Simmons passes to Drummond. Houston pulls it in. Houston's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 6. They host the Kings after this game. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. And you look at the Cobra. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I ditto all of that. I mean, it's taken him only about half a season to show that he's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time to come, barring injury.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
He gets that one. And now an 8-point Laker lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Butler dishes to Jones. Butler sets a screen for Jones. Baseline Jay on the way. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch. Andre Drummond has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this.
52.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really that wax he put on his head. Oh, my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny.
And a look back now at the first half, as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call the guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Ole, ole, ole! And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Houston at center. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And the first one at the line is good.
Oubre able to get here a lot with how aggressive he is with the ball in his hand.
And both free throws good for Oubre. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Butler. Still without a basket. Pass to McCain. Inside. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Moves back up. Embiid throws it down.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
LeBron passes to Houston. LeBron kicks to Vanderbilt. Good, and the assist goes to James. Vanderbilt's got 8.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, and Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Embiid owns the lane.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Here's Houston. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And the Lakers with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. The 3 for Doncic. A three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 22. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Here we go, one-on-one. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And here is Los Angeles now after the miss from Joel Embiid. And that one's good. James.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Now here's Embiid. 24 points for him. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers leading by 10. Lays it up and banks it in. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Offensive rebound. Embiid got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Lakers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Doncic finds Vanderbilt. In the corner, it's James. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Butler, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Lakers working the ball around now. Houston can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 14. To the inside. Here's Embiid, and it's blocked by Houston. 1:37 left here in the third quarter. Shoots. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants...
Substitution on the court.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Wasted no time on that one. Doncic has got 11 points here in just the second half. We've got Butler. Jones is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that one's good. James.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Houston, the pass to Doncic. Down low. Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And Embiid throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the drive and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers TNT.
Lakers on D. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And he converts the layup. Embiid's got 32 points.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
And that one, good. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And the crisp. Passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's McCain. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Here's James, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Oubre outside. Outside, Jones, beyond the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Here's Houston. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Houston. Doncic right side. Vanderbilt the pass to Houston. Now here's Doncic. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
He loses concentration just for a moment. Might be getting a little complacent sitting on this lead.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for the Cobra. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Goodwin's checked in for Austin Reeves. So it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Karen, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David...
Way to bring the effort tonight.
They call this place the phone booth. So dial up a duck.
Fans live for games like this one.
The National Basketball Association and your Washington Wizards are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security guard, or arena staff member. At the point guard position, 6 foot 4 inches.
This can be a time of the season when it's hard for players to keep their focus, Grant.
Oh, man, B.A., the buzz of a new season is behind you. The playoffs are a long way off. This is when a coach earns his keep, making sure his guys stay energized and focused.
In the back half of this season, rookies are being scrutinized as award season approaches. MP is set. His sights are set on winning Rookie of the Year.
Well, they say to set realistic goals, and I'd say that goal is very realistic with the way he's played to this point. He is having a phenomenal rookie season.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Houston in at the center position. From deep, here's Doncic. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Bay outside. Pass to Sarr. And he can't get that one. Now Los Angeles with it. Houston passes to Vanderbilt. From outside the arc. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe, and I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to plug every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute the strategy.
Allie, thank you. Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
First one falls for him. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then, they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
James passes to Houston. Outside Reeves. From deep, here's Doncic. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
Pass to Carrington. Here's Sarr. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Reeves, the pass to Houston. Out to James. And Another three for the Lakers.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Houston, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Reeves, and he lays it up and in.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. 7-point differential. Sorry. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Doncic passes to Houston. Back to Doncic. Pass to Houston. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Middleton. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Poole. Outside for Bay. No good on the triple. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. To the paint. Here's Middleton. Rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Wizards trail by 7. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And check this out. Their shooting percentage was in the low 30s as a team. That right there tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
Kispert's checked in for Washington. And as we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. You look at Detroit, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they've used the doubters to fuel their strong showing this season. Game after game, each guy seems to play with a big chip on his shoulder.
Here's Sarr. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. Pass to Carrington. There's a screen. 4-3. And another shot. It's blocked. And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Hey, Brian. As the trade deadline gets closer, it's the Spurs front office making things happen. They've secured Brook Lopez, who could be a major asset for them. Perimeter shooting, high-level defense, rebounding, rim protection. Lopez does it all. They really believe adding him into their front court will elevate their game on both ends.
All right, Shams, thank you. Much appreciated. Here's Carrington. No points so far. Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Houston passes to Doncic. Here's Houston. He had 25 points in the win against Philadelphia. Back to Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. 2 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Really left him alone that time. Doncic has got 9.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Kispert outside. Here's Carrington. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Poole's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 11. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And it's Washington with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Sarr is playing with a lot of confidence, not questioning himself, just using his size to keep finding buckets.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. The Cobra in the last game against the 76ers played really superb basketball. He had 25 points, and he was dealing assists all around. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Here's Middleton. Last game for him, he picked up 10. To the middle. Poole shot is off.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight. Some changes now for the Lakers. Hayes comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's DiVincenzo in for Reeves. That free throw good from James.
What's striking about LeBron James is how his game has morphed to now it's all about guile and smarts and experience. He continues to dominate just in a different way.
Kicks it out to Smart. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. Los Angeles leading by 17. Hayes attacking. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Inside, Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And so it's Los Angeles looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. They've got Jackson Hayes, Shake Milton out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Houston in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's a look at some stats for him.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Bay. Kicks it out to Smart. Kispert outside. There's the triple. Houston with a rebound. Houston's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Houston. Back to DiVincenzo. Milton passes to Houston. On the wing, Milton, defended by Holmes. The kick out to Milton. Shoots over Holmes. Kispert grabs a miss.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Los Angeles leading by 15. And coming off arguably the best season of his career, Donte DiVincenzo on the rise, Doris.
No question about it, BA, becoming one of the feared shooters in the game from three-point distance. He's bounced around a little bit, but had his best season on both ends of the floor. This guy is a tough two-way player.
Here's Milton. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
To the inside. Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected.
This guy is an absolute menace on the defensive end. Marcus Smart with the rejection.
Pass to Houston. Here's Goodwin, defended by Kispert. Shot is good by Goodwin.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Inside. Outside for Bay. Brogdon against Milton. And there's the screen. The 3 is up. And Brogdon is good for 3. Brogdon's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Los Angeles leading by 18. Pass to Houston. Right wing. Takes the 3. Kispert grabs a miss. The Wizards have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. To the left wing. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Brogdon's got 6 points.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Houston. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Washington making some changes. Sars checked in for Holmes. Champagnie comes in for Bay. And Middleton subbed in for Smart. Austin Reeves is checked in for Los Angeles. Goodwin passes to Houston. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Reeves. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He has 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, BA. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Can't hit that one.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
To the wing, right side. Outside Reeves. Pass to Houston. Back to Reeves. Here's Houston. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. Shot is good by Goodwin. Goodwin's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Middleton. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And finished off by Hayes.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Houston. And another three for the Lakers.
And what's working? Here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
It's Middleton on the wing. To the paint. Here's Sarr. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Here's Houston. 16 points for him. Pass to Goodwin. Here's Houston. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Kispert outside. From deep, Sarr. And Reeves pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Here's Goodwin. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Middleton against Reeves. Pass to Brogdon. Down low. Here's Sarr. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Malcolm Brogdon has been rock solid since he won the Rookie of the Year award. This guy's capable as a scorer, and what a pretty pass there.
Middleton with it. Picked up by Reeves. Brogdon against Hayes. Brogdon with the bucket. Brogdon's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, the dribble drive from Malcolm Brogdon is one of the key aspects to balance that pretty perimeter game. What a nice move.
Here's Houston. And so a pretty lopsided game to the... First half. It's Los Angeles running away with this one. We've got more in store for you right after this.